All right, guys, pulling that tab out so you can see. And I know that you are pros now on adding fractions, or you at least have a better idea than you did this morning when we first came to class. So this video is just to help answer any questions that you have. I'm going to walk through this pretty quickly, but remember, you can always pause this video and rewind as needed. First thing we're going to do is, of course, read the word problem so we understand what's being asked. The park department wants to have new trees planted. Okay, no numbers for me to circle there. I'll keep going. They agreed that 1/10, I'm going to circle it right away. 1/10 of the trees will be oak. 3/10 will be pine. And 2/10 will be willow. They are undecided about the rest. No numbers for me to circle there. What fraction of the trees will be oak, willow, or pine? So I'm trying to determine what fraction of the trees will be oak, willow, or pine. First things first, what is the whole that we're looking at? Are we looking at a box of crayons? Are we looking at a can of paint? Are we looking at a pizza? What are we looking at? Yes, trees. You can even put new trees, as long as you understand that the whole item that we're looking at is new trees. Actually, I'll delete it and let you write it there. So make sure here we understand the whole is new trees. Now for our number model. Our number model is where we add the fractions together. 1/10, I'm using this line again as my fraction, plus 3/10, making my life easy because I circled the numbers in advance, so I know that's the information that I'm using. 1/10, 3/10, plus 2/10, because we're looking at the total for all three trees. What fraction of the trees will be at least one of these: oak, willow, or pine? And how do we write our unknown? If it's unknown, that means we're not solving it. We're just putting a number model with the unknown. We're not solving it. My unknown is T. I don't know how many yet because I haven't solved it. To show how to solve this problem, instead of drawing a circle like I have before, I'm going to use a rectangle. I'm using a rectangle because it's easier for me to divide and see the what? The 10 pieces. So I am making 10 pieces, 10 sections on my rectangle. Okay. Almost there. Oh, mine are a little uneven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that 10 is really big. Let's imagine it's not. Let's keep going. So we are going to shade in the number of trees that we have that will help us solve it. I'm going to use green. How many oak trees do we have? Of the 10, how many are oak? Just one. So I'm shading one area, one piece. How about pine? How many squares do I need to shade for pine? I'm going to shade 3. And how many will I shade for willow? How many willow trees do I have of 10? You go ahead and shade them at the time. At this time, shade how many trees that I have. Then we can count. That's the great thing about using this visual model, is we can actually count our shaded areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that 6 out of 10 of my trees will be willow or pine based on this model. So I'm going to put my same answer here. The answer with our units, that means with our fraction, is 6 out of 10 trees will be oak, willow, or pine. Now, I want you to take those skills for number 2. The Patels have a DVD collection. Not really important, the name of the family. 3/8 of the DVDs are animated. Notice in this problem, they're not telling us the fraction. They're not giving us the numbers. Here we go. It's in word form. So it might be helpful for you to write, okay, 3/8. Let me see what that looks like as a fraction. 3 out of 8 of the DVDs are animated, 3/8. 2/8 are mysteries. Write that fraction. What does it look like? 1/8 are comedies. What does that look like? What does it look like? Now, I only wrote what it looks like for 2. Don't forget, you need to write what 2/8 looks like so it's not confusing. The rest are about travel. What fraction of the DVDs are not about travel? What fraction of the DVDs are not about travel? Fill in the whole box. What's our whole? You're going to type that right here in the box, the whole that you're looking at. And then B is your number model. That means you are adding your 3 fractions together. What does that look like? 3/8 plus 1/8 plus 2/8 equal D. What does that look like? And then show us a different way to solve a fraction addition problem. How can we add those together? You're solving the number model here. How are you solving it? You can use the circles, you can use a rectangle, or you can just show me, okay, Miss Adams, 3 plus 1 equals. Show me what it looks like when we break it down and put your final answer here. We are going to end this assignment with adding and then the practice. So yes, both of these parts have to be complete. We're adding our numerators. Remember, our denominator will stay the same. Let's do number 3 together. 2/5 plus 1/5 equals, well, what's 2 plus 1? 3. And my denominator will stay the same, which is 5. Now for the practice, guys, we haven't done this a while, but I know that you still remember how to write the fraction as decimal. If you need to, go back to that place value chart with decimals. But just a reminder, 4/10 will look like 0.4. This is and. So if I'm reading this, it says 4/10. What if I wrote it like this? If I put a 0 in front of the 4 but after the decimal, would it still be tenths? No, that's right. It'll be 4/100. 4/100. So that should help you with these last 4 problems. Turn that in, guys, and that's all she wrote.